Hello, and welcome to the John Ark Show. Today's episode is called Managing $10 Trillion. Before we begin, I want to encourage you to subscribe to our channel for free. You can also like, comment, and follow us. We're going to have a lot of great celebrity interviews coming up, so make sure to click on the notification bell so you can be notified every time we upload a new episode. I'd also like to tell you about HollywoodIsCalling.com. It's a great service that allows you to purchase live phone calls from more than 100 celebrities, and the prices just start out at $19.95. So give it a try. HollywoodIsCalling.com. Now, let's get started. Have you ever wondered where all the serious money is going? Why is there so much cash flowing into Wall Street at a time when so many people are in terrible financial shape? People can't afford their grocery bills. People can't afford their utility bills, their mortgage payments, their car repairs. It's a battlefield out there just for the middle class to survive. And yet somehow enormous volumes of money just keep flowing into Wall Street. Well, let us tell you something really interesting. There's a firm on Wall Street called BlackRock. The firm offers investors a variety of funds and investment vehicles. It's a very well-known financial institution, extremely successful, highly regarded. Well, a major publication just announced that BlackRock now has almost $10 trillion under management. In case you didn't quite get it, I said trillion, not billion, not million, trillion with a T, 10 trillion. I'm going to say it again because it's such a staggering figure, 10 trillion American dollars. By comparison, there are only two countries on earth with a GDP that is greater than 10 trillion. These countries are the US and China. BlackRock is not a nation. It's not a state. It's a fund. So when one hedge fund possesses almost $10 trillion in assets, you have to wonder, how are they doing that when so many others are just struggling to survive? What kind of investment strategies do they employ that are causing them to gain such a huge financial advantage over all their competitors and over so many other industries? What's going on? Well, one thing that some massive investment funds are doing now, including BlackRock, is that they're going out and they're buying up single-family homes across the nation and often paying as much as 50% or more over the asking price. That's right, more than 50% over the asking price. They're buying so many homes that in some instances, they're purchasing entire neighborhoods, entire subdivisions, entire new home developments all at once. Apparently, the plan is to then rent these homes out to people and then just keep raising the rent for years to come. There is a growing percentage of investors that believe that many of the paper investments on Wall Street are going to lose most of their value soon. So what are they doing? They're moving their wealth into other asset classes, other hard asset classes like single family homes. Here's something else interesting a lot of people don't realize about having $10 trillion. When you have such a large amount of money under your management, under your control, then there is this phenomena which takes place, which causes that money to attract even more money at an accelerating rate of growth. In fact, once the investors around the world see how successful BlackRock has been lately, it is entirely possible that they will pull their money from wherever they have it managed now, and they will send enormous amounts to BlackRock so that they can manage and grow their portfolios for them. Here's something else that's really interesting about such biblical amounts of money. It's called political gravity, and here's how it works. The more wealth you possess, the more political influence you attract. As your wealth grows, so too does the amount of sovereign investment flowing into your fund from other countries. If you have $10 trillion in your fund, then politicians from across the country and from other nations will begin investing with you, and this will align their interests with your interests. This is especially interesting to observe when nations that are a bit hostile or extremely hostile towards our country suddenly start pouring vast sums of their sovereign funds into our investment funds. Now, as that process grows and accelerates, you have to wonder, to what extent will the financial interests of both countries conflict or align with each other, and how will this complicate our political relationships with some of our other nations? Here's something else you have to ask yourself about $10 trillion. When you have that kind of capital, is there really any limit to your political influence at that point? Or are you simply able to do whatever you want at a political level? Is there any political office that you can't influence with those kinds of resources? That's a very interesting hypothetical question. Some people wonder, what can't $10 trillion buy? Very reasonable question. With that, I want to thank you for watching. I want to tell you that we're going to have more great celebrity interviews coming up and more breaking news stories coming out in the near future. So make sure you subscribe to our channel for free and click on the notification bell so you can get notified every time we post a new episode. Thank you, and we shall see you soon. Bye-bye.